Have you ever had one of those days where everything just feels heavy? You know exactly what you should be doing, but getting out of bed early, finishing that assignment, or sticking to your workout plan feels almost impossible. Your mind understands what's good for you, but then another voice steps in and says, "Forget it, let's relax." It's annoying, right? You start wondering how some people manage to stay disciplined and do the hard things every single day, while you're wrestling with your own thoughts just to begin. There's actually a method most people have never heard of. It comes from ancient Eastern philosophy, and it's known as the Lotus Method. It's not about forcing yourself, grinding non-stop, or acting tough. It's about training your mind to choose the harder, better path naturally. Samurai, monks, and legendary warriors lived by this idea. To understand it clearly, let me take you back in time. A true story. In 12th century Japan, during the Genpei War, there lived a warrior monk named Benkei. When he was young, he was hot-headed, stubborn, and always ready for a fight with anyone who stepped in his way. But one day, he pushed his luck too far. He challenged the wrong opponent, a focused and disciplined samurai named Yoshitsune. And for the first time in his life, Benkei lost. But instead of exploding in anger or holding a grudge, he did something no one expected. He bowed his head and pledged his loyalty to Yoshitsune from that very moment. That choice changed everything for him. Benkei then stepped into a new life filled with intense training, long journeys, and unforgiving battles. He faced hunger, freezing nights, exhaustion, and pain. Yet, he never ran from any of it. Why? Because he had learned to look at struggle in a completely different way. He stopped avoiding pain and started embracing it. He believed every hardship served a purpose. Every challenge toughened his mind. Every difficult moment shaped him. That mindset is what allowed him to grow through pain. And that idea sits at the heart of the Lotus Method. It's the same way a lotus rises from the mud, pushing through dark, dirty water before it opens into something pure and beautiful. Benkei did the same. He turned every struggle into strength. The lotus has always been one of the most powerful symbols in Eastern philosophy. Not because it grows in perfect, clean conditions, but because it begins in the mud. It survives murky waters and still manages to bloom. That's the essence of the Lotus Method. We don't run from discomfort, we rise through it. We train our minds to turn struggle into power. So how do you actually practice it? Let's walk through 4 simple but powerful steps inspired by ancient wisdom and supported by modern psychology. Step 1. Nitai, the seed of endurance. The lotus begins as a seed hidden deep in the mud. This stage is called Nitai, which stands for enduring patience. The seed doesn't panic in the darkness. It adjusts. It learns to survive before it ever rises. Samurai trained with the same mindset. They never assumed the path would be easy. They accepted difficulty as the first step, not a sign of failure. Modern neuroscience gives this a name: psychological flexibility. The ability to sit with discomfort without letting it control you. It's the simple inner voice that says, "Yes, this is hard, and I'm still going to do it." Action. The next time you're facing something difficult, don't fight the feeling. Pause. Take a slow breath. Notice the discomfort. Accept it, and then take a small step forward anyway. This is your seed stage. This is where growth starts. Step 2. The posture of purpose. When a lotus begins to rise toward the surface, it doesn't drift randomly. It moves with direction. The samurai had a name for this mindset. See your posture, see your intention, see your stance. In other words, how you carry yourself as you face a challenge matters. A samurai never walked into difficulty with a slumped back or hesitant steps. Even if fear was present, they carried themselves with purpose, with intention, with direction. Today, psychologists describe this idea as embodied cognition, the understanding that your body influences your mind. Your posture, your breath, your movement, all of it shapes how confident and focused you feel. Action. Before you begin something tough, reset your posture. Sit upright. Take a long breath, set your shoulders, move with intention. When your body commits, your mind tends to follow. Step 3. The reflection of growth. As the lotus rises, it nears the surface and starts catching the light, even though it's still pushing through muddy water. This stage represents Kanso and Tenmoku, the practice of seeing your true nature with honesty. Samurai lived by this. They constantly evaluated themselves, not to brag, not to criticize, but to understand where they truly stood. They reviewed their progress with clarity instead of emotion. Modern psychology backs this up as well. Reflective awareness helps you recognize growth, adjust your path, and stay grounded as you move forward. Here's the truth. Self-reflection makes you more motivated and more resilient. When you pause and notice your progress, your brain strengthens the pathways that keep you moving forward. Step 1. Track your wins, even the tiny ones, and take a moment each week to reflect. Look back and ask yourself, what did I overcome? What did I learn? Your mind needs evidence that you're actually growing. Step 2. Embrace the bloom that comes through struggle. Think of the lotus again. It doesn't bloom because it sits in perfect sunlight. It blooms because it fought its way through the mud. This stage is all about transforming through the challenge. For a warrior, this is mental transcendence, reaching a point where pain turns into purpose and discipline becomes part of your identity. It's never about a single dramatic moment. Real change comes from repeated effort. In neuroscience, this is called neuroplasticity. The more you walk the hard path, the easier it becomes. Action step. Make discomfort a small daily practice. Choose one task each day that feels tough but meaningful. Not to punish yourself, but to grow your identity from the inside out. Blooming only happens after the struggle. The samurai wasn't born superhuman. The lotus isn't magical. But they both teach one simple truth. Growth never comes from comfort. It comes from facing the mess, pushing through it, and rising anyway. So the next time your mind whispers, "This is too hard," think of the lotus. Think of Benkei. Remember that greatness isn't built on talent. It's built on training, focused effort, and a mindset shaped by Nintai, enduring patience; Shishe, purposeful posture; Kanso, honest reflection; Kaka, blooming through struggle. That's the Lotus Method. That's how you train your brain to do the hard things. If this message connected with you, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe for more ancient wisdom blended with modern science. And tell me in the comments, what's one difficult thing you're committing to today? I'd love to hear your story. Until next time, keep rising, keep growing.